Writing a literary analysis paper or author analysis paper can help you get a better understanding of literary pieces. Writing a solid literary analysis is a useful skill, but it requires practice and theoretical knowledge. In this video, we are going to talk about how to make a literary analysis paper or an author analysis paper. But before anything else, here's an overview of what a literary analysis paper means. A literary analysis paper is not merely a summary of a literary work. Instead, it is an argument about the work that expresses a writer's personal perspective, interpretation, judgment, or critical evaluation of a literary piece. This is accomplished by examining the purpose, style, meaning, context, devices, means, organization of ideas, and word choice the author uses within the piece to convey his or her message. There is no single definitive list of elements that need to be included in a literary analysis paper. What to focus on typically depends on the nature of the piece of literature to be analyzed. However, there are some common elements that usually are helpful and insightful when included in an analysis, regardless of the particularities of the literary piece in question. These are: number 1, analysis of purpose. Determine the purpose why the author wrote the literary piece in the first place. Who are the target audience? Why is it important? Seek for its historical background and its relevance during the time it was written and even today. Is it still relevant now? Number 2, meaning. Determine what messages the author wants to convey. These messages contribute to the overall meaning and impact of the literary piece. What does the author want us to think and believe? Why should we think and believe it? What reasons or evidences does the author provide to prove that the idea or information is true? Number 3, means. Examine the method, instrument, or process which the author used to write the specific literary piece. Number 4, organization of ideas. Inspect the work's structure. How did the author wrote the piece? How did the story begin? How did it end? Think about why the authors chose to divide the different parts of the text in the way they did. Number 5, context. Familiarize every major aspect of the work, such as its genre, theme, plot, symbols, and characters. Consider the genre and type of the analyzed piece of literature. There should be a thorough examination of the main characters. Make an outline of the work's plot and the main ideas present in the piece. Review the overall theme of the analyzed text. And identify the symbolism in the piece. Number 6. Inspect the work's structure and the writing style used to create the literary piece in order to know how they help to create a particular mood or atmosphere within the work. An author's writing style is defined by 2 elements. First, the voice. Number 2, tone. How does the author expresses his or her ideas? Is the literary piece descriptive, narrative, or persuasive? Number 7, word choice. Look thoroughly at the author's diction. The words the author chooses allow us to connect with their purpose. Word choice impacts an author's text in many ways and influences us, the readers, as well. Are there any misused words or using of jargons? Are there cliches and loaded language on the piece? What is the absolute meaning of the words they chose to use? What word choices stand out as interesting or unusual? Last but not least, number 8, devices. Explain how the author uses literary device to create effects and convey ideas. Does it make sentences short and simple, or more complex and poetic? After identifying and evaluating these elements, follow these 5 steps to create a thorough and relevant literary analysis. The first step should be to read the piece carefully, ideally more than once. Next step is to collect pieces of evidence that reinforce your arguments. Forming a persuasive argument for your ideas requires finding passages in the text that support them. Then, create a rough outline. This will act as a framework for your analysis and keep it focused on the point you're trying to make. There should be an introduction, body, and conclusion. After that, formulate a strong thesis. The thesis will lay out how and why your ideas are important to understanding the literary work. The final step is embarking upon the actual analysis. Each paragraph should support a single idea, and their order must unfold in a way that makes sense to the readers. After writing it, revise your literary analysis paper to account for any errors. Literary analysis, like any other systematic approach to things, offers the demystification of ideas and of reality. Instead of being perpetually confined by a set of irresolvable questions and dilemmas, we can obtain the answers through literary analysis by means of a deliberate, targeted, and rational treatment of the text. If the reader finishes a text with greater knowledge, erudition, and confidence in his or her worldview, then literary analysis has successfully fulfilled its role. This is Armory Elgin E. Janisan, BS Ed English Pre-Service Teacher. Thank you and have a great day.